Clap sync. Do it. What's up, ya copycats? So, before I start with the gaming stuff, I'm gonna quickly go over something that's not gaming related. Just for a couple seconds, because the human race is a failure. It's not a guarantee World War III is gonna happen. You're not gonna get drafted. Calm the fuck down over something that hasn't actually happened yet. You're the reason why Y2K was a thing. Now, with that said, let's get on with some news about gamings and news. As I bring the mic in closer because I forgot to reposition it like an actual idiot. So, first bit of things I want to use my mouth for. Well, if that was the case, I wouldn't be here right now. So the second thing, there's rumors about the PlayStation 5 being backwards compatible. Again! So, this is all leaking and speculation, but apparently a famous leaker by the name of I Don't Give a Fuck has given information about the PS5 being backwards compatible, just like before. I feel like we're starting 2020 off the way we ended 2019. But like I said last episode, how we organize time is just a construct. It's just flaming more rumor stuff. That's all this is. And we have no more information outside of rumors. Sony hasn't officially said anything about the PlayStation 5. Outside of, it's going to be good. We got no idea on launch titles. We have no idea on like specific specs. We don't know. Now, would I want backwards compatibility? Yeah. I would also want backwards compatibility in the form of downloading games. It would be way easier to download games and pay $5 to $10 depending on the game, opposed to adding extra hardware to make sure those games run. I personally think there should be two versions of the PlayStation 5. One with hardware backwards compatibility and one without. Both are able to download, but one allows you to use discs. Unless they found out a way to make it easy at a little to no cost, which if they did, fucking go for it. If they didn't, and it's gonna have to be more expensive like the PlayStation 3 was at launch, then yeah, that's gonna be something. I mean, if it only came with the one way, obviously I'm gonna get it. I still have some discs I could use. But I've downloaded Final Fantasy 9 a couple times already. Like, I just much rather download it. I'm not saying physical copies are bad. Keep physical copies around. I know the necessity of physical copies. I just personally like downloading things more. And I think there should be the option for both physical and digital at all times. So yeah, get on that shit. I don't know what else I could say, but it's a leak. And I value leakers on the internet as much as I value leaking in the bathroom. You can read into that how you want. I'm not elaborating. I was gonna save this one for the second story, and then I was gonna make the last one the whatever one. This next one is another human thing that I don't like humans doing because humans suck. This is why I play video games. Not even, humans suck in video games too. What the fuck? So ABC7 put out an article talking about how Keanu Reeves was casually eating ice cream. Holy shit. He's a human being who does human being things? I would have never fucking thunk! Yeah, so, why is that an article? Why? I don't, That's what my brain's doing right now. I can't fathom why people would care about that. I don't care about the story, I care about the reason behind the story. Leave the man alone. Leave all famous people alone. Let them just fucking go out and do their life things without being harassed. Like, they're just normal people who are good at a thing. That's why I respect internet fandoms and internet, and I would much rather be internet popular than anything. Most of the time, when you walk out, the fan's not going to notice you immediately like that. And if they do, They're not overbearing. You're not going to have articles written about you because you went to fucking Walmart. Most of your fan interaction is online or at cons. And though you go to those places and you expect it, because now you're amongst your people. But when you're Miley Cyrus, Keanu Reeves, Bruce Willis, just like if you're that kind of famous, you need an entourage to go out because you're gonna get bombarded, and I think that's ridiculous. Just let the man eat his fucking ice cream, and then if you really want to talk to him that bad, just go up and be like, hey, I like your stuff and you're cool. Okay, bye. Like, they respect people who are not starstruck and treat them like a human being and just like, I like your stuff, way more than, you know, starstruck people. Like, quick little story. Me, my mom, and my sister went to see Tom Felton when Deathly Hallows 2 came out because we live pretty close to Hollywood Boulevard. It's not in Chicago, it's right outside Chicago. It's Cook County, so it's basically Chicago. And he exchanged a couple words with my sister, and I had a full-fledged talk with him. And my sister got super jealous because we actually had a conversation and she didn't. And that jealousy is the reason why he was probably not as compelled to do it with her as he does with me, because every time I see somebody famous, one, when it's at a signing, I'm usually dragged to it. It's like, yeah, it'd be cool to see him. Sure, why not? And did you know that Tom Felton has a brother named Ashley? Because over there, it's a unisex name, unlike it's over here. I found that out through his mouth. Which, he's insanely British, by the way. Like, he's way more British than he is in movies. Like, wow. He's British. Like, I had to ask him, like, what? A couple times. Because, wow, he's British. Wow, he's British. Anyway, sidetrack. Leave Keanu Reeves alone! Get it? The meme from 2008? Or 10, or whatever the fuck. Now to the big story that I'm gonna yell about, because that's what I do. I yell about things, and this is a thing that is definitely deserving to be yelled about. Alienware did a thing! And that's the thing they did. So I'm gonna preference this entire story with, it's a concept they're working on. That being said, it's so fucking unoriginal. So, what they did, it's called UFO. Alienware, UFO. So, it's Alienware, so it's probably gonna be... Alienware is to PC as Apple is to technology in general. It's fucking expensive. For no good reason outside of branding. And they used to not be like that, but they became that in like the last 10 to 15 years. Now, are their PCs great? Yeah. But again, you could build one for 50% the cost. Not, well, 25% the cost is what I meant. Math is hard sometimes. Don't fucking look at me like that. I know what you're looking at me like. I'm an idiot. But the point is, Alienware made a portable PC, basically. And that wouldn't be a problem. You know, anybody can make a handheld console. Once you start breaching patents is when lawyers get paychecks. Because what the UFO is, if you somehow did not run into it, like this hair is running into my eye, the Alienware UFO is basically a Switch, slightly different designed, but it's a Switch with a PC OS in it. And probably the parts are made to be capable to handle better things. Imagine just a Switch Pro, basically. Now, there's a reason why they legally cannot sell this, and why they're saying it's just a concept. It's a Switch with a different OS. That's as much as I can say. Now, does it breach Japan just because it's a handheld handheld console? No. It breaches when it's trying to be portable and console at the same time. It has two removable controllers at either side of it with the same button placements as a Switch, and they could get removed and used individually like the Switch. And if Nintendo did not give them the okay to use that design, the design of the Switch, then they'd be making big bucks once this is sold, because there's going to be cease and desist. That's why Xbox can make this controller, and PlayStation can make this controller, but they can't make controllers like each other. They own the DualShock, they own the Xbox controller. And now you might be thinking, oh, but third-party companies make controllers all the time. It's because it's licensed by Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. They give them the okay to do things like that. You got the head of PlayStation, like the third-party company, being like, "Hey, here's our controller design. Can we sell this?" And then they take that big old stamp, and they're like, "Yes." The CEO actually, his fist is made out of stamp, so he just punches papers, and they get approved. He got an approve hand and a deny hand. That's just what he does all day. He just fucking punches papers. But that's why the Soldier Boy console completely failed. Because one, he tried saying that he could play games from any system, and then it turned out to be like a Chinese knockoff with his label on it for a markup of like 1,000% with like preloaded shitty NES knockoff games. So then he got hit with false advertising and say that you could use games from other systems without being licensed to do so. Soldier Boy shouldn't exist as a person, but that regardless. So they can't sell this. They just can't. Is it a cool concept? Sure. But I don't see the value of it outside of being able to play PC games on the go. But the whole point of a PC for me is like the customization and the power you can get out of a PC. Yeah, I play console games more. I use my PC for more video stuff and graphic stuff, and everything else that PC does, I usually do with it. Gaming, I still do with it, especially with the Oculus and stuff. Where the fuck am I going with that? The point of the PC for me is power. If you're going to be a dedicated PC gamer, you should probably have a tower. And then you could buy a Switch. Gaming on the go is not as important to me as you would think it would be. Because if I'm going to go somewhere, I'm going somewhere to do something. Now, if it's a long car ride, or if I'm going on a plane that I've never been onto. Yeah, no, I've never flown before. Fucking judge me. I dare you. I fucking dare you. Then I could see the value in the portable gaming. If I'm going to a friend's house, if I'm going to a family member's house, if I'm just driving for 30 minutes, or going to be in the car for 30 minutes, or just anything else that isn't a trip, it's useless for me to bring. Unless, you know, I have to go to somebody's house and, hey, can you bring over Smash because you have Smash? It's like, okay, fine, I'll bring over Smash if we're gonna do that. But usually, I'm not gonna bring a game system somewhere. All my PC games could stay home. I have the Switch. I could play my Nintendo games and a lot of third-party games on the go. Even if it's not as powerful, I don't need it to be that powerful. I am not joning for more FPS, especially portable gaming. I'm not saying I don't want more power. I don't want higher quality. I just don't think that this is needed, especially for the price point it probably would go for. I could spend my time with Hyrule Warriors, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Smash Brothers, Mario, as much as I could with any PC exclusive, which PCs don't really have exclusives. Like, there's benefits in it. I'm not gonna say there's not benefits in it, but there's benefits in it. Is it enough to me to shell out $600? Nah. Just nah. And my main thing is they're breaching the patent. They can't sell this because Nintendo owns it. Well, it's just this but white. And then like the corners are cut off. Like, eh. Oh, it's original design now because I could do this with a better stand. I mean, like Nintendo, what the fuck, Nintendo? Why would you do this to me? So what did we learn here today, boys and girls? And everything in between your legs, we have learned that even though a rumor is old, we could treat it as new. Famous people have shitty lives because they can't even eat ice cream without getting stalked on. And Alienware doesn't know how to be original. And I think these are all... Fuck! You're ruining the moment, phone! And I think these are all valuable lessons to learn today and forever. And next week, I'll talk about some more shit. I don't even know why I mentioned next week. I never have a plan. Who the fuck plans their videos? Shut up. If you like this episode, thumbs up. If you want to see more from us, subscribe. And if you ever do want to give us money, there is Patreon. If you ever do want to do that. Who says no to money? And that being said, bye.